Okay, let's touch butts.
Never tried it. No. So bored. No. 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 You may not bull.
Hello there. How's it going? How are you doing today? I swear, it's like I can't hear out my left ear.
Your eyes tell me everyone do not fear.
What gotcha game? What Chinese BS are you about to dive into? Oh god, not that horrible Genshin knockoff. Don't do it. You were the chosen one! You were supposed to help defeat the Sith, not join them! Alright. Oof. Alright. So I have to do this really quick. So we're gonna do... J's. Nice. Okay, so we got scrolls, so let's grab Agris on our loot scroll. Change our pets. Shop 40 buy. All right. Let the day of grinding and better RNG begin. Oh yeah, no, totally. I cannot hear out of my left ear. That's actually concerning. You know, considering, you know, what I do for a living. Oh, J. There we go. Yeah, that's really weird. I literally cannot hear out of it. I can hear the inner head resonance, but I can't hear physically what's coming from the ear. Come on, die. looks like I've got to go to an ENT in the next couple days. That's just almost disorienting. I don't know why I haven't noticed that. But then again, this is really the first time I heard sound since I woke up. I really missed the back attack of that? Okay. That time I didn't. Yeah, it's muffled as everything. If it is coming out. Nice, we got a blaze already. Yeah, we'll run those. Yeah, it doesn't want to clear up whatever it is. Like, I can't pop it out. Tell you what, that's annoying. Yeah, nothing's working. Amazing. I wanted to blow that skill over the other one. But it's up in time, so that's why. That's unfortunate. Hoping we can get... I'd like to see 5-6 Embers today. Would be great to make up for yesterday. That would be ideal. You fallen and you can't get up? That's what life alert's for. Life alert sponsor win, right? We're sorry, we don't sponsor anybody under the age of 65, but I've fallen and I can't get up. That's your motto. I'm the perfect sponsor for you. Easy, just turn the game off. Like, I know it's weird to say, it even feels weird to talk. I'm gonna have to look at that in a second. I'll finish this rotation off with this buff. I will have to go look at that. Okay, I gotta look at this, unfortunately. Alright. Got that over. Let me log back over. And we'll continue on. That one was very important because that one's only got a, I think they set it up for 72 hours to do an image. Like, bruh. Alright. They picked that time, not me. I was like, bruh, you can have a week. No, I'll do it in 72 hours. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Shit. Alright. I wish everybody was like that, but people have lives. Alright, which this sucks. This is gonna push us more into night. But we will just have to be super careful. And especially if we get a message, we will need to log off. We will not be able to sit around and screw off. I don't know. I just can't play shit Chinese gachas. That's just where I'm at. As soon as I hear me hoi, it's me hoi, oh no. Or, oh hell no. Oofs. Rough hard cast that. I feel like we're missing skills. I might actually pull my skill list up for a minute. After this pack, 'cause something feels off. My buff bar is staying oddly not. Just for curiosity for a minute. Alright, I'm gonna run through this from the sheet. So it's Q, WE, forward E. Oh god, I'm in the wrong thing. No, I'm doing it right. Okay, whatever. Can we at least get a boss? That'd be great. Just walk it off for cooldown's sake. This is so weird feeling. Like, it's literally just... I'm only hearing out of this. Why are you still alive? Oh, no, it's, so I've got the camera flipped, so when I look at my monitor, it looks like I'm looking over there. It's my left ear I cannot hear out of, at all. So, to y'all, it looks like I'm saying my left, but it's actually, I've got the camera flipped so it looks like I actually look at the monitor, so it looks properly to y'all. But yeah, my left ear I can't hear shit out of. And that's why it feels really weird to talk, because I can hear the inner resonance of my head far more. And I can still hear myself like I normally would if I was talking. Makes for a very weird combo. I literally just woke up with it. As in, I heard perfectly fine out of my ear yesterday. And now I can't hear shit. And I don't listen to loud music anymore. I don't... Something's... I'm wondering if basically earwax fell back into my head the way I sleep. Did it fall back and now it's sitting on my eardrum? Is it something in my head pushing on it that's causing it to swell? I don't feel any pain. But I can't get it, whatever the feeling is, I can't get it unstuck. Like, I can hear my finger moving. Oh, wait. It might be swelling. Because I just pushed back on my ear. Now I can hear a little bit out of that ear. It might very well be swelling. Because I just opened my ear canal up by pushing back on it, and I can get that sensation like I can hear out of it again. So it may be something blocking my ear canal. So here's what to describe what I'm doing. If you put your finger inside just put your finger inside your ear canal, and then push back towards your head just slightly. When I do that, I can get that sensation, like I can feel like it's opening up. That's what I do, and I can feel like that sound is returning. No. Nothing like that. They don't itch. They're not painful. And I mean, yeah, I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but, you know, I've had earaches, so I mean, I know where shit gets painful. It's not water. Because you don't have that sloshy feeling, like, you know, if you've ever gotten in a pool or a lake or the ocean, and you get that watery feeling in your ear, it's not that. Because that, you can normally shake your head and you can get it to, you can feel the relief as the water is moving out of the canal. Yeah. Next thing you know, I've got a rare disease only like 8 people in the world have ever had in their entire life. Oh no, if you go to WebMD, it's only like 8 people in the world have ever had this one rare thing, and all of a sudden now you have it too. Wait, I messed up my skills somewhere. Rare disease. Allow us to introduce ourselves. Like, hey, yo, get out of here. I'm about to introduce you into D's nuts. But really, you're a rare disease? How about these hands? They're rated E for everyone. Get out of here. Hey Siri, set timer for 16 minutes.
16 minutes. Starting now.
Hold on. Nope, they're there. Never mind. Yeah, I can't. There's nothing I can do. It won't budge. I can't. I'm just gonna let it be and. Try to get him to see somebody this week. Heck yeah, we're all fired up. stay behind you guys and make this like a lot easier. Oof. That was size oof. Oof size large. XL oof. Wasting the skill. I really need to get better about placement here. I'll do one more and then I'm going to switch it over to nighttime. Gamma and contrast. Easy. Nighttime? What's that? Still a pretty cool looking skin. I like the 100% is pretty neat. I still think the Valkyries was the coolest for the longest time. How she would go up into the air and then come blasting down. Or the old one from the swords where it was all the swords would pop up. That was pretty neat. Whoa, I actually killed all of these on cooldown? Holy crap. That's impressive. Alright, we're in the end game now. Now it really matters what we do for the next 45 minutes. We can keep this up, keep a good momentum. We might turn a good, probably one of our best recorded non-tidal wave hours, which will be interesting to see. And that's why I didn't turn off my buffs. And they're staggered slightly. Just do this so we're here. But it really triggers me how I've gotten this event twice at the end, very last few minutes of my grind hour. It's not during the middle. It's not while I have everything charged up. It's literally right at the very end when everything's falling off. Wow, we looted a Kabua's artifact. I take that back. Alright, well, we just made money. I bet that couldn't have been the flame. Wow, a back-to-back tidal wave. I think the game's trying to apologize to me. Darn it. You know, it would help if I had my alchemy stone on. Okay. And then, yeah, those are fine for another few minutes. Hello there. Good morning. You just missed the looting of a Kabua's artifact about 3-4 minutes ago. Oh, so that's one of 8 or 6 that I'll need. Yeah, I wish it was the flame, but whatever. That helped our hour immensely. Now we're about to post some stupid money per hour because of this thing. I made 3.2 billion silver an hour. Listen, if it can take Shuriken Knight off the top spot, I would be impressed. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Make a video and show how to do it, right? So yeah, we're 1 Ember and 1 Kabua's artifact today. Not fragment, artifact. So that puts us at roughly halfway to our first set. Which I guess I'll set all-out attack in first, since that'll probably be used at Highlands, I guess? I don't know. Maybe I put it in Commissile, because I'll be going there for quite a while. Okay, alrighty. I'm gonna be right here, waiting. Wait, why is my name so frackin' white? Jeez, how did I lose that much karma? What is in there that I lose karma for when I kill him? Like asking for a friend so that I don't come here accidentally trying to recover karma someday. And be like, oh yeah, I'm just on the verge of being negative. Oh crap, now I'm negative. And there's somebody to kill me. 3! You know, that whole 9 yards. Hard cast. Oof. Time to go put up the energy or the scrolls. Wait, what in the heck? Give me my HP back. What the BS? It's 3 a.m. We have 20 minutes left of night. We should be able to turn it off in about 5-6 minutes, maybe. And we got a caboose fragment. All right. Just what I always wanted. Another caboose fragment. Literally one of the most unsatisfying pieces to get. The caboose stuff. I'm sure someday somebody would have been super hyped to get that crap, but I'm like, it's trash. It's expensive trash for slight stat increases. I don't remember what they started at day one when they came on the market. Because that was the the minimum price they could ever be. Which is why I always said if I got them when they were 10 mil, I knew I was selling them. Like, there was no question, because it's like, you get 90% of your damage from the normal PvE artifact anyway. The damage reduction is all you're really getting it for. There's no point in using them until they're done. You get an extra 100 HP per thing, which is cool. Like, the extra stats are neat, but it's not like it's gonna make or break anything here. Yeah. It's for the sake of saking. That it really is. Do you even have yours yet, Ragnasaurus? Because I know Chloe had them. No. Okay. You invested in life skill accessories? That's fair. Tats are full tries. I don't remember if I asked, and if I did, I forgot. I'm sorry. Listen, I do good to remember what I had for dinner last night, so with everything going on. So we're just gonna say put that out. should really get my Tets, but I'm trying to get those stupid Black Star taken care of. Then I'm just gonna get Tets and leave it, because after that it's not worth going for Pen. So far I have actually, let me count when I get this pack killed real quick. As of right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people actually testing something out. And I'm waiting to hear back from 2, maybe 3 more. And, it's gonna take a couple weeks to get it all drawn out. The farthest one out is gonna be at the end, or the beginning of August. Can get to it. They have a very busy schedule right now, but they're interested. It just, they need time, so... So, it's something. Oof. Blew the ult, but whatever, it killed him. Go ahead and turn this down to... that. But I'm hoping within the next week, when I think 2 or 3 of these come in, I should have a general idea. Oh yeah, absolutely. Thankfully, most of these are not that expensive because, I'm just doing a half body art, and it's just the character, so it's not killing me with the background, a second character, super detailed stuff. Like, it's just, we're trying to get just the character drawn and go, who do we like the best? Tidal wave time. Third tidal wave this hour. But yeah, no, it still stings, don't get me wrong. I think the $400 I just spent hurts worse than the, I think, $200 I've done already. Or will be doing, $250 I'll be doing now. Yeah, see, I keep losing karma for something in these things. No, it's literally in something in one of these things. There's no animals up here. Why? Yeah, those are brutal. Yay, and we get a boss this hour. We got a Kabua's Kabua's artifact. We got a and we got a boss. Three tidal waves technically in the hour. Kabua's fragment. Tragic. Hey Siri, set timer for 21 minutes.
21 minutes. Starting now.
Yeah, I'm hanging around that like I've lost it. It's like I've almost killed a player, but I haven't. also normal. I think I'm gonna be posting one of the dumbest hours I've ever had here, for sure, because of the kaboos. That will be the last thing we put in, just so that we can see what we actually made an hour here. feels a little weird, but we'll keep going. Hopefully this drops at least one more ember. So today is not just a 1 ember day. Or else then we've technically reported the 2 worst days in a while on embers. Speaking of embers, there we go. Thankfully. Ten minutes. We're almost done with our grind for the day. I just realized I never reconnected a node that I undid yesterday. 'Cause I changed a worker yesterday, and I just realized I did not reconnect it. Don't know why that came to me, but I'm glad it did. So I took a Valencia worker off of one of the Odalita nodes. I think it's Crip Arresting Thoughts. You want to get into trading, but not sure where to start. Okay, so this one's pretty easy. Think you could abuse the EU market? Oh, you most likely 100% could. Since everything's flooded, you'll be able to get a hold of materials pretty quickly. But the issue is you got to get a certain trade level before it actually makes a difference. So your goal is really trying to push like up to like Master 12, Master 15 and just junk crates. When I get done with this, I can walk you through crates, EXP, and all that stuff. So in like 6 minutes, I'll give you a how-to on trade. Four minutes. Like, trade comes down to understanding how the game works. So, a big part of it is understanding how crates are made, understanding how... Imperial cooking, I struggle with keeping up with deliveries. That is an easy one to do. You have probably more Valencia meals sitting on your market than y'all know what to do with. You just go and buy them and pack them and just turn over a 50% profit on them. You will always be packing... Really? Don't make me use a skill. You'll always be packing Imperial. That never stops. That is always a constant daily 200 in your wallet no matter what you do. Up to like, I think it's like 260, 270 mil. You can get a day just off of doing that for nothing. Nice. Hello there, DMK. So... I don't know how you can't keep up, because I make over 5,000-6,000, and I could keep up Valencia meals going for eternity. So I guess I'll just give you a life skill lesson is what I'll do. I'll turn you into what EU really wants you to be. I'll make you the ultimate EU player. Doing it all by myself? Yeah, so was I. It's good. It's chilling. Just grinding out. Just grinding out. Alright. Got a few minutes left on our grind, and then we're going to give a few little tutorials off for Ragnasaurus. Easy event. Watch this go into a tidal wave. Watch this move into a tidal wave. Nope, dissipating. Alright, I got 16 seconds, so I'm gonna kill this one pack with whatever we have left. We'll call it quits. Alright, we are done. Alright, so let's put this over here. Let's post our Dark Seekers Hour. We did 2 hours. We got 23,903 trash. We got 162 Blackstones. 80 crystals. 1 fire? Yeah, 1 fire. 1 earth. 138. From the beginning, 111. We got 2 Kabuas, 2 Embers. So we made 700 mil an hour after taxes here with that. We had one event, and now let's pop in that Kabua's, and we made a total of 3,453 million an hour, or a million an hour, 3 million an hour here. Bink. All right, let's do the Matholi here. $100,000 minus. All right. Does it actually say how much aggro? Yeah, it stores how much aggro I used. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're just gonna store this in artifacts. There's no point in using it right now. Because, like, items, like... It's one extra monster AP? I mean, we could turn this into the demi-human thing. It wouldn't really matter. I don't really care either way. Okay. So. My homeboy officially made official with his girl. That's cool. Good for them. Good for him. Good for him. Wow.
You. Here.
Why does it always end with a shit show with you? Oops. I was going the wrong way. Wait, no, I was going the right way. What? Welcome back.
Hi. Time for...
Question. Don't get on their bad side. You get what I'm saying?
Right? I'm too young to be a merchant in...
Okay.
Here.
So, let's get to Grana and we'll explain you some stuff. So anybody else who wants a trading tutorial, here you go. I will help. I will help thee with thy information. Mission for a whole last week. Wow, that sucks. Glad you're feeling better though. Okay, so let me grab a few things that I'm gonna need. So that's what we're going to end up using for you guys. So make a copy of it, all that good stuff. You're going to need this. All right. Garma C properties. Oops. We want to do... That's not it. Shouldn't it be... Oh, it's Alt is the trim. Okay. So we'll come back to that in a minute. All right. So one of the big things that you're going to want to understand about trading is basically you're going to come down to understanding what items and which items you want to trade and how the best way is to go about getting them. So in the beginning, you're more worried about getting your trade level than you are anything else. Don't try to make money in the early stages of trading, which feels very weird. I'm going to go get some of my stuff, try to get that game as well. And enjoy the rest of your stream, man. Thank you very much, man. We'll see you later. You just want to work on early leveling of trying to get that level up as fast as possible. Why that is so important is because you want to have access to the higher bargain bonuses. So when you realize in the beginning, when you start trying to trade at artisan trading, crates are worth a lot less in the beginning. But the further you go and the more you get into it, the more you realize you need a money maker, but you also need raw EXP. So early crates aren't going to be worth a lot, so you're going to be pretty much riding the line on what is and isn't profitable. So it comes down to two schools of thought. Do you just lose money and just outright buy it? Or do you wait for your nodes to gather it passively and it costs you nothing and it's still technically pure profit? So my thing is when I'm working on stuff, I tend to do a little bit of both. So my big thing is I try to process my own materials as I can. I try to wait, why am I so... Oh, I know why I'm so low on mastery. From that, a hurricane hit me in Texas, and I was out of power. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. There we go. So I try to sit and worry about, getting materials stacked up and ready to go. So why is this important? Let's bring up the Garmosh G again. So Garmoth's sheet here is basically, or the sheet that the trade calculator sheet that I've been working on is designed for me. But what I'm going to do here for this, I'm just going to, actually, you know what? I'm just going to create a duplicate real quick. And we're going to zero this out. So first is the built-in EXP calculator. Most people are somewhere around beginner 1. 0%, and your goal is to get somewhere around like master 11 is like your goal. So what does this tell you? So there's a lot of stuff here that is pretty important. It tells you exactly what is roughly needed to get there based on the EXPs that are provided here. Getting up into master is fairly cheap. So let's just go over to our custom sheet, and it said we need roughly 10,000 materials. So what's a great way to look at this? Easy. 50,000 palm and 50,000 elder tree get you, your trade level, basically. That will guarantee your master 11 trade off of that. Now, why I said 50,000 is because it takes 10 timber per crate. So it'll craft around 5,000, 5,200 crates, somewhere in there based on your workers, which is important later down the road. But in general, if you go buy 50,000 on just generic workers in Valencia and you're trading them at Nampo, Moodle Village, you will get 10,000 will turn over another, or 50,000 will turn over 5,000 crates. These can be stacked on one horse, so in 2 clicks, you are done. Now, there is potentially a EXP bug still in the game. We do not know if it's been fixed. I haven't talked to anybody recently who has slow-walked their trading up. So you kind of want to walk these crates up and sell them in batches so that you walk up some levels so you don't just outright lose it. But once you get past that Master 11 mark, you can just full rip crates, which I've been doing and I haven't had any issues. So it's really easy to get this, but why are these so important is because this is normally one of those things that is fairly easy to obtain on the market. So if we type in timber, again, everybody's markets vary, but palm and elder tree are typically pretty sought after. Now, right now, because I'm in here buying on it, I've been pushing this price up and down a little bit. But I typically come in and I buy all the elder tree out. But you need to look at something. It is going to cost us 10 elder tree timbers, so it's going to cost us a little over 10,000, and 1 crate each is 14 and 15. So you're riding the line of just barely making profit on the calculator. So, but this is okay because things are going to get better. So let's flip this over and let's just assume we are now at, let's just say we've done it. We've hit master. We're going to just say master 10. Because that's guaranteed. We know that can be done. And you're going to be going for like master 20. Somewhere out up in there. So now we have the bargain bonuses that's moved up a little bit. So now we're going to be making a little bit more. And now that crate is now worth 18 and 19,000. Meaning as long as this crap isn't worth 2,000, I can come in here and buy all of this and make it turn over money at the profit margin. So when you're making money with crates, it comes down to your processing levels. So like right here, we're processing jade, rough jade into jade. Now, unfortunately, the byproduct up there, which is resplendent jade, is absolutely worthless and you can't really make your money back on it. However, the normal jade is what we're actually using to make the trade crate with the Snowfield jade crate. So I can come in and buy rough jade from the market, process it down with my processing level to get to get a profit on the crate. Now, while it may not be as much as outright earning it, I can still turn a profit on this item. Where you cannot turn a profit, or you have to do the math, is where it comes from the max level materials. So if we look at materials and go to like ores and gems, and we look at the most expensive crap, what is not going to make you money is trying to come in and outright buy this. Because now we need to understand how the crate is made. So at, what is the current selling price here on NA? Let's say it's 109,000 is the current going, well, we'll just go ahead and do max price, 112,000. All right, so it's 112,000 for a single jade ingot. If we go here to Valencia and we go look at a crate, this is how we really start figuring out our profits. It takes 5 jade. So times 5 jade, or 5 narc ingots and 5 jade. So that means it costs us 560,000 in to outright buy it. Well, okay. Where are we? So let's take a look at Snowfield Jade on the calculator. That crate is worth 675,000. Now keep in mind, in order to make this, you are not going to have a stable supply of jade. While yes, right now, if I am not buying it, I have a technical profit margin of let's see here, 650, this is at Master 10, 675,000 minus 560. We're at 115,000 profit margin, and I still have to get the jade out of this. So I can turn this crate down to still making money, but it's how much money am I making on it, which is why I typically don't buy ingots outright unless I'm just trying to finish off a small little batch and I'm not really worried about the money. But to show you where, once you get into a stable place like where I'm at, and we go up to Master 25, we bring up the Garma sheet real quick here. If we bring it up here, that crate now that was worth 675 is now worth 712. So I've gained a little bit more profit in it. So the further I get out there, the more profitable and technically possible it is to make money on this. The idea of trade crates is to make as much money as you possibly can with the least amount of actual physical investment, so that when you do click over this number, it's worth it. So when working on this, the way I've set this up is I've modified it from the original creator spreadsheet, so it actually tells you where your money is in this. And this is what I've deemed as like valuable for me to work on crates. Is potato crates, elder tree, palm, fortune teller mushrooms can be done in lead crates. As far as the next level money makers, the mid-tier money makers, steel, brass, bronze, snowfield jade, and a Balanos crate can be made. These were all meant to be technically, I believe I was just doing ore crates, but I kicked in that Balanos one just to add it in because I was looking at doing it. But all of these are pretty decent mid-tier crates. The actual expensive ones are the jade and the obsidians. These will make you your most money. They're both worth, I think, roughly the same. The Snowfield Obsidian is worth more. But getting a hold of that nickel is really hard to do. Then I have Thorn, Calpheon, Medea, and Serendia crates. The reason why Balanos isn't here is because Balanos shares the maple from Serendia. So in order to burn your ash, you have to either heavily invest into buying maple off the market, or you just give up making Balanos crates and you'll never get through your ash. Which at that point, you could technically turn your ash into into just a standard timber crate. But that feels like a waste of the ash, and just buy it outright and try to make a little bit more profit. You just got to be able to outdo your surplus of pine that comes in. Down here at the bottom, I have opal, and then all the gems, all the rough crystals that you can make. I have these down here as well. These are decent money makers, and you need to take them cautiously when you deal with this, because you have to be able to process your way to making the profit there. So processing is very important to getting your profit out of this. If you want like large profits, you can buy for minimalistic profit, which is where I'm at right now. So it's why when you look at this, you can see that I'm at an 8 billion deficit right now. Currently on my trade run, I'm only making a bill, and I've spent 8.5 on this trade run. But what you don't see in that is the billions I spent in Knock and the billions I spent in Jade, Maple, Palm. We've been buying nickel. We've been buying copper. We've been buying iron, and I'm still trying to get off of my coal stash I bought prior from that. I've also been heavily buying Elder Tree and Palm because I'm going for the level. So therefore, I have 184 and 196,000. Out of the two of these, if you're going to focus in on one, it's the Elder Tree. That makes more money, and typically is a little less expensive at times. But this is the final processing area. So you can see I have 400,000 Blackstone powder, and that's going to guarantee me if that ever hits 0, I have Master 27 trade when I do that. So when this thing hits 0, this lets me know I can get Master 27 trade. Although I just need to have about 100,000 left, a little less than 100,000, and I'll have Master 27 trade. So this is where the gaming aspect comes into trade. So getting the materials is one thing, getting the workers is another, but then getting the workers and to have the proper skills and the right pieces is the other part. So I'm working on getting full Goblin Artisan army to make crates. And right now, this is probably one of the more perfect workers I have. He just needs a couple extra skills because we've got ore packing, we've got timber packing, herb packing, and fish packing. This is missing just, I think, this is missing the mushroom packing, I believe is the only one it's missing. But it's got thrifty. Thrifty is where this comes in even further. Let's see, you can't see it, so let me move Garmoth real quick. So, thrifty is a really great skill to have on your workers, and this is what you need on your crate workers, because this pays off massively down the road, which helps increase that profit that I was just telling you about. So that one crate that I said only has a like 115,000 profit margin. Well, when thrifty procs, I get 4 ingots back every time. So every time it procs twice on that crate, I get a crate for free in Jade or whatever it refunds. Whichever one it refunds, I get a crate for free back. So yes, getting your ore packing and your timber packing are your two most important skills to get on a worker. Thrifty is another one, and that's what I've been working on getting on all of my crate workers as I move my way through them to get that nice add-on for it. So establishing in Valencia and delivering out in Moodle is the best in slot place right now due to the distance bonus. Now, I process in Grana because Grana, I originally bought 90% of this storage. This is paid storage. Like, I have 2 worker lodgings now. I downgraded 1. But I have everything I need right here. And what are you actually here to... What are you expecting to get out of trade? Trade is going to be... the best way to describe trade is... It is a passive income that happens every time you need a small burst of money. It's something while you're doing something else, it's continuously generating money in the background. Now, you can have it generate far more than what I've talked about, depending on what you're doing with those crates. So with my empire and what I bring in, I can probably make around 25 to 50 bill about every quarter just in passive crates, not buying that many materials. Stabilizing, yes, but going in and actually like just heavy purchasing, I expect this crate run to probably be 60-ish thousand or 60-ish billion, but I'm probably going to be losing 15-ish, 18-ish bill on this crate run when it's done. If we use this estimate, we can get a rough idea of what we're going to have. So let's look at Valencia real quick. Just move this over here. Screw it, it can be over here. Doesn't really matter. All right, so let's look at Valencia and let's put some numbers in. So currently sitting in Valencia, we have 44,900 jade ingots. So that means we're going to get at least 4,500 jade on that. So let me actually go ahead and copy over what I've spent, just so I have it on this test sheet as well. All right. So I have 4,500 jade right there. We have 8,000 opal, so that'll make 800 opal crates. We have 500 lead crates. Steel, brass. We have in here, we have 244. We'll say just 245. That's still left to be made. In Calpheon crates, right now we have 3,125 worth of Calpheon crates that are processed up. If I was to turn over the Balanos crates at 61,000, so that's 6,150 Balanos timber crates, if I can convert that over, we have, let's just say 500 of each of these greens, or each of these crystals in materials sitting on the account at the current moment. Snowfield obsidian, I can't really I can typically do this once I have the ingot. I can calculate this far better. Potato, we have 75 potato crates left. Elder tree, though, we have we know we have 19,700 and or 19,000 or 18,400 in palm, and then we have 19,600, or we'll just say 700. We have 1900. We have 19 in that. All right. So currently, just sitting in raw random materials that haven't been processed up, which most of mine is unprocessed materials right now. I'm already sitting at 9 bill value inside the trade run, which means currently to what I have spent, I'm only 800 million short in value. And I don't have everything processed up yet. So where is that money going to start coming from? where my money's sitting right now is in the average of Calpheon crates. Normally when I turn one of these over, it's around 10,400. Medea's around 4,500. Serendia's around 6,000. We have Obsidian. I can normally do around 6,000 of those. I can normally do around 8,000 Snowfield Jade. Bronze, I normally do around 4,500, you know, like 4,500 of those. Brass is normally like 7,500, at least in that. Steel is normally like 15,000 in steel. Lead, we'd probably have around 5,000 when that's done. Potatoes is probably going to be around 3,000 potatoes. Elder Tree, I'm hoping to have around 45,000 each when we do this. And then Thorn would be probably around 4,500 as well. Whoops. 4,500 as well. So right there in just that, let's take it up now even further. So if we go on the good side of Jade with everything we've bought, I think we can probably make that around 14 2,000. Yeah, so somewhere around there. So yeah, we'll be making profit, but we're also going to be spending pretty sick amount of money. So this will come down at that point. So I'll probably end up spending 20 and making 20 out of this run. And it really is going to come down to how does processing Valencia and what is here in Grana turn over when it's done. Now, there's more to this than just that. So, when I gather, also helps me increase what I'm working on. So I gather Snowfield Cedar Timber when I go out and gather. This is one of my gatherers that I burn my energy on. I used to go out up into the Calpheon mountain range to go gather fir, cedar, and birch, and pine, and I think it's fir. I think pine and maple are up there. So I go up there every now and then just to go do that, but I don't really do that much anymore. I do have to go out to the desert soon to go get more rough stone, which is also going to get me more. It's going to get me more. Whatchamacallit? Ore. So I'll get more copper. I'll get more iron, and I'll get a crap ton of rough stone so I can keep making my cooking stations. We'll get a decent amount of coal. Now here's where the money makers really hurt. To physically run the titanium and vanadium ores in-game, physically unrealistic to ever get anything out of those. I do not actually gather these materials. If it's sitting on the market, I'll buy them up raw because I know I can process it up to a profit. So that is a bonus there that we can get by our processing level. If we're going to prioritize what you work on, it's going to go like this. You need at least one junk crate, which a lot of people use for copper, but copper to me has far more value because of the zinc and 10. So I don't trash crate copper. I trash crate lead. Lead is one of the only ores in the game that has zero physical function of high value crafting that you can't just go buy when it comes down to it. So lead is a great junk crate to work with. Elder Tree and Palm are the next best two. You can get a crap ton of them because the nodes do not have a high intensity workload on it. So that is also really good. If you want to branch out, it's going to require a lot of contribution. 90% of this contribution is in linked nodes. 342 is in nodes. The 81's in houses. And then, of course, I have 10 on a second crate in Glish. Which I could get that 10 back, or not in Glish, and Bear. I could get it back, but I'd rather have the investment there because it's meant to be a quick change place so that I can go get alchemy stuff. And I don't have to run all the way to Trent to do it. So should you drop the nodes you have for food or the fences? So this is where this next question comes in. What exactly is you, because you talked about your you talked about not being able to sustain Valencia meals, and that I am quite curious on, because it shouldn't be that hard to maintain once you get going. So a Valencia meal requires teff, freekeh, nutmeg, star anise, figs, date palms. You're going to need teff flour. You're going to need normal dough. You're going to need teff dough. You're going to need a fruit of some sort in there. You're going to need snake meat. You're going to need lion meat. You're going to need scorpion meat. You're going to need red sauce. You're going to need a lot of salt, which that can be bought. You're going to need to be able to craft the you're going to need to be able to craft the freekeh snake stew. There's just too much time processing it. So I don't think you should ever give up cooking, because cooking is where you get your contribution from. Giving up cooking is like saying, I'm now on hard mode on trying to get contribution. Thankfully, I have both alchemy and cooking that I can just sit here and mass process crap off just for the raw contribution turn-in. Because right now, it is 1,500 turn-ins for me to get 1 contribution point. That is several stations of cooking. And I mean, we're just talking spam cooking at that point. So, getting these materials isn't as bad as it seems if you're using your farms properly. So the big 2 things you have to farm up for Valencia meals is you have to farm the hot peppers. But farm the special peppers. So why farming the special peppers is because you can down convert the special hot pepper into the normals. The normals is where you can maximize, or into the high qualities. The high qualities is where you can maximize your efficiency of it. But why farming the special hot pepper is so valuable is because you get the magical one. You only need upkeep 2 plants, which is fine. These are 5 grids anyway. But you get the, or actually, do these become a single crop? I can't remember if these become a single crop on magical. I haven't planted them in a hot minute. But you can still convert them down when you gather the magicals. Because they'll gather as special, and you'll just down convert them into high qualities, which gives you a crap ton of high quality peppers. So min-maxing that's going to help you out a lot. Gathering the paprika is also going to be helpful for you, because you're going to need a good ton of this. But with good, decent workers, you can turn this crap over for what seems like ever. And you've got a couple really good contribution cookers. You got the date palm wine, you've got fig pie, you've got teff bread. Those are great AFK things. If you're going to sit down and cook for a while on Manos clothes, you'll have about a 2-second cook time, maybe like a 2.4 cook time, meaning that allows you to go AFK for 1.5 hours to 2 hours and come back and it's still cooking. That's big. So that gives you plenty of time to cook your contribution stuff. Yeah, cook with Manos clothes. Do not cook with silver embroidered clothes. Yeah. Because you don't get the cook time reduction on Manos. So I always cook on my Tet Manos clothes. And that will slow you down so that you can cook longer. But you also have to remember, I'll give you a recipe just so you can see how absolutely absurd this is. How do you reduce it that much? All right. So I'll show you.
Are you here to pick your item?
All right, so step 1. You're going to need your cooking outfit. There's step 1. Step 2, seafood cron meal, which I'll go ahead and pop one because I'm not using it. I'm going to be life skilling. So you have that. Now you have your Manos cooked clothes. No reduction there. All right, next up, you want to grab your cooking thing. So I'm going to put these up. So next up, you want the cooking life set right here, which is going to give you where is it? Somewhere right in there. There it is. Fundamentals of cooking. -2 cook seconds. With your Alk Stone, there's another second. Now, here's where you have to make the life decision choice. Do you use your Khan's Heart and not get the EXP and get a faster cook time? Or do you use your Treant's Tear, get a slower cook time, but you get 30% EXP while cooking? This is a personal choice. Then you also have the Draught, which these are cheap as crap to make if you have a decent alchemy setup. There you go. So there I have everything up. I have that. We have our normal crystals. We have our cooking time. And we're going to go grab our cooking station. Now, once you wean yourself off the Supreme Alchemy stations, you have Treant, no Con. Okay. So, the reason why I say that is because there is a better option. This guy. Good luck getting it, but that's 1.7 seconds off your cook time. You can almost get the 1 second cook time on Manos with this guy. So let's set up a recipe real quick. So we'll go to Calpheon and we're gonna grab, so this is one of my AFK cooking recipes that I use. So I get, just so you can see it in my inventory, I get 36,000 chicken meat. I get 108,000 deep frying oil, 36,000 cooking wine, and 18,000 salt. So all that fits in my inventory. Now, I could totally get more. But here's the thing. I'm going to AFK this, so I'm going to walk away. It will stop cooking before I burn all these materials. So we come over here, we click on grilled bird meat, and we start our cooking. So I'm at 2.1 right here. And we have the Treant, the cooks, we have the basics right there. So Treant, seafood, and the Draught. Plus, we have the cook time reduction on the artifacts. So I'm trying to get cooking mastery artifacts is what I'm trying to get. So I've got one of 2. I just need one more, and I'll switch that out for cooking mastery. So I'll get an extra 20 mastery. So, but here's the cool thing. Those massive procs are huge. Because the way cooking works, you don't need to have the blazing lightning fast thing. This station can last me several versions of this cook. I can do this 18,000 bird meat craft. I can totally I can totally slam this thing out for several, I think it's like 4 attempts. I can go on a normal cooking station. And this would have burned a normal station before they did the old changes with the way the system used to work. This would have taken like 10 alchemy stations to do. And I can now, or 10 cooking stations to do. And now I can do it in 1. It's dumb. So those massive procs are huge in helping get that. And right now, you can see that I have, if I was to put on my cons hard, I'd be at 1700 mastery. Just with that. So, soon as I get one more, that will put me at 20. So I'd only need one more guru level, and I'm at the next bracket. Without cons. And at that point, for the next 50, or the next 25 mastery, so the next 5 levels, it will not matter for me. So, for me, it's just better to run the Treants tier. But I'm going to run the Treants tier anyway. I'd rather take the slight reduction. Because I'd much rather have the EXP for cooking. Till I hit that at Guru. Once that hits Guru 50, I don't know if I care anymore. Even though we've got Guru 100, it's more about getting the mastery, and then it's just mastery cooking at that point. So, yeah, I'm cooking at like a 2.3, I think is what it's showing up right at the beginning. So, if I was to get the cons, which is on my tamer, I could get it at a hard 2-second cook time, or if we got the Resplendent Alchemy Stone, I could get it at a 1.6 cook time on this. So, I could have a 1.6 second cook time on Manos Close. So, since you're saying this is why you can't keep up as your cook time, then yes, this is why you're struggling to make your Imperials. Because in one sitting, I can go through and burn all of my materials. Well, I need to go through it through this way. We can craft all of our Valencia meal stuff. And I can cook tens of thousands of these things to where I'll be packing for days. I've still got 3,200 off my last run I did. I've turned them in near every day. I've missed a couple days, sure. But I've turned these in pretty much every day. And I turn in, every day I turn in 218. So, it was right before the Minecraft, actually, yeah, it was right before we did the Minecraft, started the Minecraft server, that I cooked these off. So, that is probably what's stopping you. So, what you need to invest into is, you need the, artifact set is guaranteed going to be 1, and you're probably not running the draughts, which they're super cheap to make. So it's worth sitting there crafting. How much contribution do you have? Got clay through SSR mold. Thanks, Nika. Nice. $405, and you can't collect. Alrighty. So that's weird. You have 400 contribution, and you can't hook up to Moodle.
Absolute perfection of hard working.
So yeah, you do have some stuff inefficiently spent. That's for sure. Whoops. I want to run the processing one, which is right there. All right. Yeah, no, you definitely have some wasted. That's for sure. So, here's what I'm doing in the basics. So I'm going to move from Valencia outward. We have Arihazapam Force for the 2 palm nodes. I'm running Valencia Plantation for the Valencia meals. We come through this connection. I am getting the extra Freaka I need up here. I will eventually pull out of Bamboo Valley right here. I'll pull out of that, just of the gathering node at some point, but I need the Freaka. I gather everything at Shakatu Farmland because we need it. Coming down here, I've got my alchemy node for a bag of muddy water, and same up here. These two are where I get my muddy waters from. These two, because these are super cheap to get out of Altanova and very fast to turn over, this is where I get my Elder Tree Timber, is right there. Super cheap connection. So we move through here. We've got our zinc and our iron node right here, which is also giving us black crystals. We've got coal and zinc right here. We've got copper right here. We've got the basics of Medea crates right here with the acacia and the white cedar. I've got Trace of Nature, zinc, and getting zinc right here. I've only got Tarif hooked up through Soldier's Grave so that I can get the workers out of here up into this region. Or else I would probably just unlink this. So, coming over to Heidel, I've got the I've got the copper node right now. I need to get the iron node picked up at some point, but I'm just out of contribution. I've got cooking honey still going because it is such a rare node. I can't pull my Heidel worker off it. I could totally do this and probably get the other iron node that I need more, since I don't really make anything with that. But then again, cooking essence of liquor and then turning it into honey wine is still one of the most degenerate things you can do for cooking contribution, because it's double dipping that material you're crafting. You just can't do anything with the honey wine. Getting the Trace of Nature here, and then getting the maple here. Glish is for the iron, and then the Trace of Nature here, and pine right here. So we're going out of there. If we go up into Valia, Valia is for the... I think I've got it on the copper node. Or I got this one on the iron node. That does need to be on the copper node, though. I've got both the chicken meat and potato farming because I'm wanting the potatoes for crate EXP. Finto Farm, same thing. The chicken meat is to keep workers going, potatoes for that. And then you have to have the only ash sap node in the game, which is Iwa's Hill. You have to have this worker going no matter what, because there is no other way to gather it without going over here and running around gathering ash sap. If we go into Calpheon, Calpheon's pretty easy. You have Keplin at Keplin Quarry for the coal. And then you have Oz Pass for cedar timber. Moving up to Old Dandelion, you're here for the birch. You go to Karuto Cave, you're there for the 10. Up at Bree Tree Ruins, you're there for the birch. Down at Bernatano Farm, you want the platinum and the trace is what you're there for. Over here at Quint Hill, you're there for the birch, but I'm also gathering the lead for EXP. Moving down into Southern Calpheon, we have the chain coming out of Gabino Farm. We have Fonil's Cabin for the fir timber. You have Bear Riverhead for the 10 and the Powder of Earth. Because I need it, the Trace of Nature coming out of Rua Tree Shrub Stub. You have Cedar Timber down here. Because we have the link up here, we're able to use Trent workers here. So we have that. Then we have the Cedar Timber node there, the Fir Timber there, the 10 node here, and the Fir and Trace node here. which completes all of the original continent up here. Now we move down into Kamasilv, where we're getting into more specialized crap. Hollow Forest for the Nock Ore, as well as Lake Flondor for the Nock Ore, and Southern Kamasilv for the Nock Ore. Coming out of Kamasilv, we have the Thornwood Timber Sap coming out of Thornwood Forest. Crypt, I knew I needed to get this hooked up. Odrexia. This needs to go to Glish. That's the worker I knew I forgot. So that is, again, for the Trace of Nature. We have Thornwood again. These are the only 2 nodes in the game that drop Thornwood, and this is an exceptionally great crate. Coming off of Odrexia, we have Olin's, which is for the nickel and the, technically the mithril, but good luck. The mithril doesn't drop, it's a lie. Up here at Calc Canyon, the Nock and the zinc again, and then the Nock, and it's not worth picking up the iron ore until you have some absurd level of, contribution. You just need the rough raw iron, then sure, you could mine that. If we head up to Duvenkroon, we have the 2 up here at Dorman Lumber Camp, which is for the Thunja timber and the fir timber. What's great about these is this gives the raw planks, so that helps infinitely increase your crate productivity tenfold because you're getting the planks off of this node. We also have this one, which is pine planks and birch planks coming off of this. So this is another great one at Comet Lumber Camp right here. Coming down into Elton, you have Wind Knolls Perch, which is for the Snowfield Cedar Timber. Unfortunately, this node will never gather you enough. You will have to come manually mine or manually hammer all that or chop that out. Snowfield Cedar down here at Jade Starlight is still going to be the same thing. And the Rough Jade is huge there. The only Obsidian node is right there, but here's the thing. You will get far more Obsidian off this node than you will ever get nickel. So you'll have to buy nickel no matter what. So that is the Crate Empire as that is seen. But now coming out of Valia, you take this one simple clean chain and you come up here to the Land of the Boring Light, where we just hard connect into Moodle and nowhere else off of the main continent. If we did want to come over here, I think we got to jump to this, which picks up here. Or we have to come here. One of these is going to have to hook up. Regardless, I got to hook up 2 nodes. So it's going to be expensive. But up here, our connection is simple. We want to come off the village into our Dokubi forest to get both of these. It needs to be running at all times because not only is the Trace of Nature huge, but this also is where you get your Crystals of Harmony for your backup Macalods. Then Bowawi Valley, however the heck you say it, is I'm here for the Decimation, Crystal, Trace of Nature, and the Maple. As well as I'm over here for the Cedar, because, hey, there's another Cedar node and we need it. So we grab that. Plus, we do our cooking stations here. This is super important to do your cooking stations up here at in here because you can craft the Morning Light ones. A lot of it is in contribution you spend for space on cities. That's definitely going to destroy you. And that's about $100 investment right there if you're going to go get the worker lodgings and stuff like that. So that can be quite detrimental. So then you do have to be a little more specialized. So at that point, you have to focus in on probably less on alchemy and more on cooking if you're going to do it. So you have to pull out of anything that's related to alchemy. So that takes away a lot of the value of those trace nodes instantly, which sucks because they're some good nodes. You have to look at how many fences do you currently run for your alchemy or for your farms? So you got 10. Do you have the 2 free ones? Or are you not master farming yet? Yes, there's 2 free max level 10 space fences. You just have to be master farming. And then you can go get what's his face's the old moon fences right here. So you get 2 for free. Yeah, go do the quest chain. It's in your suggested quests. You can get 2 free fences. Good luck, though. One's going to be a pain in the butt. So there's 20 free contribution back to your account like that. So get that done. That will give you 20 contribution. You may have to cut down to 5 fences, which will free up another 50 contribution. And then reinvest it some other ways. Maybe you work your way back to fences. Maybe... Because I think you still need to be able to... To me, if I was going to prioritize it, it's... If you're going to be making money, you have to put it into most of the crate stuff. And then you got to put it into your Valencia stuff. Once you've done that, and you can say you've got all the crate nodes, you've got all the Valencia meal nodes, then you can start branching back into alchemy is where that comes into play. So that's pretty unfortunate. Well, like I said, you're going to get 20 there. Your fences, potentially, I would have no less than 5 fences. Personally, if I'm going to do it, I'm having 5 fences. But you're going to get 2, so you're only going to have 30 contribution tied up in fences. Which isn't horrible. So... check this email real quick. Yeah, no. I'm happy to do this. This is what we do here. So one thing I would suggest looking at too is when looking at working on this, you have to look at a balance of what's going to work best for your specific play style. Because there are other things you can do that can make equivalent money. The issue is you play on the most saturated market ever, which makes it far harder to do a lot of this crap because everybody's doing it. Makes it a lot harder. I happen to have the empty void of I can do whatever I want and sell just about whatever I want. And it's going to make pretty great money. Something you really can't turn your nose up is you need to start whaling anytime you can for free money. So that comes down to your perfume stuff. That comes down to the black shards you're going to get. Most of the other whale stuff's probably near worthless to y'all. Because you have so many you have so many people doing that stuff that it's going to be a lot harder to do it. But if you can get in a whale group that consistently runs them and burns them down, you're going to be in for a decent chunk of money regardless, on just stuff that you can process through. I've specialized mine around the way I play, and I can say that most of my money has come from a good, healthy mix of, it's a good influx from grinding, but a lot of it does come from the raw life skilling aspect. I've turned over many crate runs. Like, at this point, I've done near... My last 4 trade runs, I think, were 200 billion. In total. We did, I think, a 30-something recently. I did a 50 while Chloe was streaming a lot. I had done a 30 prior to that. And then before I quit the last time, I had done like a 25, 30, 40, somewhere in there. I'd have to go back. There's a spreadsheet that showed all, somewhere, if I didn't delete it, that showed all my old trade runs. But there's a chance I deleted it. There is that chance. So, it's a lot of investments up front, and it's about making some money, not a lot of money. And in this case, I'm paying for trade in my end. So something I would recommend, as somebody who's looking into trading, find you some time. Go plant your happy butt over here and grab both of the get both of the crafting workbenches somewhere in your world. I pick Altanova because that's where my manufacturing needs to come from. And craft up about 1,000 trader's clothes and slowly work your way to +5. %40 trade EXP is too good to pass up on. It's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt. But definitely get your artifacts too, because this will be trading EXP and trading, yeah. I'm running the expensive version of the trade EXP. So, slowly work on getting that up, and you'll be well on your way. It's actually pretty cheap to make these. Getting this made, you're going to make this less than 5 bills. As long as you don't get royally screwed on your fail stacks, you should be able to make these pretty easily in 1,000. Let's just not talk about those and how much the game hated me for that. So, yay. But yeah, this is pretty much what you'll end up doing, is just, you're going to do a lot of processing. I've got, even with my processing and how fast I can crunch all this out, this will take me probably a week worth of hanging around and doing it. But right now, my biggest priority for me, because of where I'm at, is I'll probably AFK fish a lot, because we're only 77 away from we're only 77 fish bones away from being able to get our donkey gear, and then we can have free 10% EXP anytime we want it. So, yay. Easy extra life EXP. And it makes things so annoying, too. I promise you. It's gonna... Some of these characters that have horses are now gonna have to have donkeys. Like, this is gonna need a donkey. That's probably never gonna see a donkey, but I'll have a donkey stored in Grana. I'll have a donkey stored in Valia. I'll probably put one in a few other places just to have them. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of annoying for those. And just keep your workers up, because you're going to be burning through a lot of food. You'll be burning through a lot of beer. But anyway, it's just about time to shut things down. I'm trying to find all my stuff. We are going to go ahead and wrap up here. I will probably just drop. I've got a couple things I need to go do really quick, so I won't raid today. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. We'll be back on tomorrow morning for more something. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, Black Desert's up tomorrow because they're moving it forward one more day. So we'll be back with more Black Desert. Hopefully we get the flame, not a Kabua's artifact. It's cool, but I'd rather do the flame. So y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see y'all first thing tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. my time, 3 hours ago your time. We'll continue on our grinds. Later, everyone. Go ahead and end that.